Hello everyone, my name is Valdrin and I'm the senior analyst for BeInCrypto. So as always, today with me there is Konstantin, who is our head of global trading. And after about a 3 week delay, today we're gonna just talk about the general market. I mean, we have a pretty nice pump going on, which could have positive ramifications for the future movement. Sorry. And yeah, I mean, nothing is confirmed yet, but definitely it's possible that we'll get a significant move out of this. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen for a little. Okay, so I'll start with Bitcoin. So here's what I'm seeing. I mean, first thing first, I'll just clear everything. So without using the log chart, we do have this breakout from a resistance line. I mean, granted, the breakout occurred earlier and then the FTX crash just kind of retested it. And I don't think this is visible in the log line yet. No, it's not. But so that's to me is the first bullish sign. And next support would be about here, right? So the way I'm seeing it, the first bullish sign is a potential breakout here. I mean, a breakout and a potential retest. And then next, we also have a absolutely massive bullish divergence in the weekly time frame. And yeah, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen like this big of a divergence in the weekly. There was a bearish weekly divergence, but this is pretty massive. And then we do have this breakout here. I mean, it's still unconfirmed, but I think this would be huge if it happens because this is the bearish divergence trend line that preceded the entire move down. And we will probably get this confirmed with a couple of bullish closes. So these are to me all the bullish signs which look pretty good. But there's always a but. What is making me cautious is this. So this resistance here previously acted as the all-time high. And now there are two possibilities here. The first is that we go right into that resistance and then crash. And then the second, obviously, is that we validated the support. I mean, not necessarily as that, might be something like this, and then we get some sort of big relief rally here. Now, this would be extremely bullish since in this case, the entire like FTX drop would just be a deviation, also would fit with the possibility of a Black Swan event, which just caused the crash, so it's not TA based. But yeah, so in the case of Bitcoin, obviously we just need to clear this and I'd be completely bullish, but we haven't done that yet. But I mean, Ethereum looks much better because first of all, it's like nowhere close to its June lows. And second, it's now at this confluence of resistances here and kind of making sort of a symmetrical triangle. So if it does break out, if it does break out, I think to me it would go a long way in confirming the bullish trend reversal. And I mean, we don't have a bullish divergence here because it's higher high, but the trend line is definitely broken. I mean, if you're measuring it like this, so much clearer than Bitcoin. And also what I do like about Ethereum is that, I mean, this drop here really did look like the beginning of a new downward movement. So basically this drop right here, but then Ethereum did break out from the channel, and I mean, it hasn't like textbook invalidated it, but as soon as it goes above this level here, which I think it does, it will just confirm that this was not the beginning of a new downward movement. And even here, it would be like an extremely weird correction if it reverses here. So yeah, like before, I'm much, okay, sorry, I'll just do that BTC chart. Like it's been one of my favorite charts for a while, so it did finally break out from this level here, from this resistance line here. And when I look at the weekly chart, this does look like extremely bullish to me, because at first we broke from the weekly trend line on the RSI, and now the RSI is validating the 50 line as support and could move upwards. And next, besides the triangle breakout, I mean, it's right at resistance, but this resistance has to fail sometimes, in my opinion, because like it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touches. I'm also counting the 2 deviations. So I think that the area is bound to break and lead to a significant upward movement like this. Still wouldn't cause the flippening. I think we'd need 1.3 something or 4 something to actually flip Bitcoin, but it would still be a really good sign. And also, I'll just add this. I mean, it's not chart based, but so this is the Ethereum supply since the merge, and it's basically almost at the same level for 6 months. Some like fluctuations, but basically Ethereum has become not deflationary, but just a tiny bit inflationary. And so Bitcoin has about 1.7 inflation per year, 70, sorry. Ethereum used to have 3.58, and now it has a 0.008. So basically, this is like, it kind of keeps the supply constant. So yeah, I'm leaning heavily on a FBTC breakout, which also fits with this Bitcoin dominance rate breakdown. Like the Bitcoin dominance rate does look pretty bearish to me. We had this ABC channel potential breakdown, so I do think FBTC really outperforms. So yeah, I'll pass it to Konstantin since I took way too long anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much. I agree for the most part. I will just share my screen and then talk a little bit about the market. In general, I enjoy very much what's happening since the new year started, because we have we can actually ride the wave again, and not only have short opportunities but also long opportunities. But at the same time, I'm not convinced yet that this is like the start of a new bull cycle. I mean, it's still like, as you can see, for example, Ethereum is really moderate, the gain, and we are hitting the resistance right now. So it's still possible that we get rejected again, but in general, we can see that we had like a couple of days without a bearish day, and the indicators are bullish as well. And for Bitcoin, I'm just waiting to for like that Bitcoin hits the golden ratio target, which we have for a couple of weeks now. But it was really cool that like the golden ratio support didn't break, and since then we are in a massive upward movement, and we already broke the 0.382 fib resistance, which is also a good indication that we will move further to the golden ratio resistance. But then, yeah, I'm not convinced we will break it right away. So probably get rejected there and move back in the range zone. And in general, I mean, it's fun that the market is trending upwards right now for a little bit, but we're still in the same range for months now. So this is nothing too exciting. But some coins are really interesting right now, not only coins, but also indices. But before we talk about that, I just want to show you, in the meantime, like last time we spoke, we were literally at that level here. And what a lot of cryptocurrencies did is dropping almost 40%, but then not hitting the support target. So a little bit higher. We also see that for some other coins that didn't reach the yearly low or not the support target and now bounce. But in general, I think that's it. That's just like a little bounce. And for example, here for chilies, we need like a break of the golden ratio resistance, which is really, really far away from now. So at least hitting 22 cents. So this is the price must double in order to have some sort of bullishness. So even though we traced 40% since the last live stream, and we are very close to support, the trend remains extremely bearish for most of the cryptos. But what's really not fitting into my picture right now is DAX, because DAX is like trending upwards again. And essentially, I was shorting the DAX and waiting to hit the target right there, but it stopped a little bit before that. And it's at the golden ratio resistance once again. And to be honest, this was an extremely moderate correction here. We didn't even get the golden ratio support. Not sure about the 0.382. No, we didn't even hit the 0.382 support. We went straight away up again, and now we are at the golden ratio resistance. So if we break that, DAX might return to its upward trend. I mean, it's not far away from its all-time high. And this doesn't fit into my picture because I'm still waiting for new yearly lows, or in general new lows in this cycle, because there is still this elephant in the room that the Federal Reserve printed so much money that they had basically the choice between hyperinflation and a recession, and then they kept raising rates, which is why there must be a recession happening for sure if you follow that logic. But it's not happening, at least not in terms of the stock market, because everything is recovering once again. And in general, if there wouldn't be this recession elephant in the room, I would be extremely bullish on Bitcoin, because we've been trending for months now, and the price is just like, I think if Bitcoin drops a little bit further, it might bottom out at the next significant support at 13,880, something like that. Let me just move to a cleaner chart, because I don't think we have too much room to drop from here, since we already bounce off this moderate support zone here around 16,000. But as you can see, next support would be definitely here at 13,880. And then even if we drop lower in that support zone between 10,760 and 13,880, it's still not far away from the current price. So also histogram of the monthly MACD is still ticking bullishly higher, which kind of indicates a reversal of this bear cycle. But then what's really concerning to me is that we could get a death cross in a weekly chart of the of Bitcoin, and that would be the first time in the history of Bitcoin that a death cross occurs. And with this recession that might come and drag everything down, this death cross could actually mark the beginning of trend reversal in the long-term trend of Bitcoin. So I also consider the possibility that Bitcoin is trending down for the next couple of months, especially with more headlines that we had recently on BeInCrypto, with some quant computers that might crack some security concerns, like that could actually be very bad for the crypto industry if all the algorithms can be cracked, and then it's not secure anymore. So I'm not fully convinced that we have this bullish trend reversal for now. But I mean, as a trader, it's just amazing to have opportunities again, especially Solana. I'm switching from coin to coin here, but Solana was like crazy. I was really waiting when we were around this range here, around $13 to $15. I was really waiting for Solana to hit $5, and then it bounced suddenly off the $8 mark. I don't see any reason why. It's just random. There's no support, whatever. But as you can see, it bounced off tremendously. I mean, it made more than 100% in a couple of days. So whoever took a long position at Solana at that range, basically during the New Year's Eve, made a huge gain on that. So props to anyone who took that trade. That was a huge opportunity. But yeah, I mean, market is just trending higher for now, but I don't see a trend reversal. And in general, I also consider the possibility of an echo bubble. So maybe we will see another sort of bull run in this year, but then like not creating higher highs, not creating a new all-time highs, but maybe we have that short rally towards the next significant FIP resistance. So for example, if we consider that for Bitcoin, we could probably surge towards the 0.38 resistance at roughly 36,000, or even the $50,000 mark. That would be like the idea of an echo bubble, but not touching the all-time high or not creating a new all-time high. So yeah, that's the current outlook on the market. I closed my short for DAX at a loss. Seems to recover with the SP 500. It has a similar pattern, but it's not as bullish as DAX right now. So yeah, I'm more leaning on longs right now than shorting for like the short term for the next few days probably, and then also currently longing GMX, which looks kind of bullish. I mean, last time we talked about it must be around the $60 mark probably, and it retraced down perfectly to the golden ratio support where it bounced off perfectly, and now it probably targets the next FIP resistances if it's not rejected after 50-day EMA. But in general, it looks great for now, and I think we could potentially hit 46.5 or $52. Yeah, I think that sums it up. I don't have anything more to add to that coins. Yeah, pass to Valdrin again.
It was funny to me that you mentioned salt because when salt broke down below 8, I was like 100% certain that it will go to 4. I was like, this is the easiest shorting opportunity in the world, but I'm not gonna take it because I know I don't like shorting at these prices. And then we had that like big wick on the daily candlestick. I was like, okay, this is just some consolidation before another drop. And then when I wake up like Monday, I didn't check anything during the weekend. I was like, what the hell? Solana is at 12, 13. Like, what happened? So I'm glad I didn't take that short.
Yeah, sometimes I imagine some crazy whales forgetting about taking out their buy orders at $8. I don't know. It was really weird, like a huge buy wall, probably. Or some people actually really consider Solana not a dead project. I mean, maybe it was hit a little bit too hard by this FTX
But yeah.
stuff, because after all, it's not directly connected to it. So we shouldn't let it become a dead project because of that, I guess. But yeah.
So yeah, other stuff, I was kind of looking at some altcoins. So basically, right now to me, it just seems. Yeah, sorry. I'll share my. So
Yeah.
honestly, to me, it just seems interesting that like we have some coins that have increased by more than 100% left in the past 7 days, which hasn't happened in a really long while. And basically, we have something like Gaia here, which I mean deviated below the all-time low, then had this like massive increase, some pretty decent volume. I mean, it's still kind of this resistance. Again, it kind of looks like a lot of coins which had massive upward movements, but haven't really cleared their main resistance levels, but still having this like more than 3x increase from the bottom just feels really good after such a long period of downward movement. I think Zill did a similar, I mean, not the same, but yeah, like basically you can see that this volume wasn't seen since like April or March, so basically nearly 1 year. So like sure, obviously this won't continue, but if it falls and makes like higher lows here, I mean this could definitely be some sort of partial reversal. And I think Apt had a similar, not as big, but still relatively similar move here. Now it's like clearing this level, could go higher. And one which I really enjoyed is, was it fun? Yeah, it was Phantom because, well, just go more in depth into this. Is I don't really have that many more altcoins, and I might as well like. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that we have this like support here. I'm going with here since it does almost touches. And basically, I mean, this is just a wick since it didn't close below it. I won't count it. But basically, we had this support here since 2021. And then we had a failed breakdown, which is now just a deviation. And then the price reclaimed it. This was also combined with bullish divergence in the RSI. And now we have a bullish swing failure because remove this. I mean, the RSI moved above the high of the divergences. And we also have a bullish pattern. So basically, I'm seeing three bullish signs, bullish divergence, deviation plus reclaim, and bullish, sorry, and a bullish descending wedge. So yeah, I really like just the chart of this coin, and I know honestly, I mean I'm not sure that we'll like obviously go to like a straight bullish reversal, but I think we can see lots of relief rallies across the board. To be honest, like tons of relief rallies because we've had a number of coins that have fallen like 80 or 90% without even giving the slightest bounce, and that is extremely unusual. And even if you're going by the I know, let's say the market manipulation perspective, then even that would make sense to just have another relief rally to uh, basically to get in a few more buyers and make everyone bullish again before another drop. But I don't know, like right now, definitely the path of um, at least Spain, I'd say it's not downward because like most people who held until now from the highs are going to continue to hold. I assume I don't think anyone that held from 60K will sell at 17 if it goes to 11. I mean, but yeah, I think like a relief rally would catch tons of people unprepared and even have the. I mean, it could probably also get catalyzed by potential short squeezes since I'm assuming there are people who are like shorting every single rally right now. But yeah, I know there are some like It's basically finally an interesting week ahead. I'm guessing not week but month, since everything has been extremely boring over the past like 2 months or three something. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree that I think this relief rally would catch a lot of people. Basically, a lot of people wouldn't anticipate that, and that's usually a sign for it to happen because smart money always invests when nobody's talking about it. And I don't know about you, Valdrin, but in my personal experience right now, nobody is talking about crypto who isn't working in the crypto field. Nobody's interested in crypto from the normal
yeah,
people, I would say.
definitely the same for me. Like all like my normie friends, we have this like sort of cold war in which like I give them like I tell them no crypto the future blah 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 things like this, and then like once it started crashing, they like the tables turned obviously, and now they don't even mention it anymore. Like basically everyone just considers it dead. Like they don't even mention it in the, let's say, in a way that they would like kind of make fun of me for still being very invested both emotionally and financially in crypto. They just like they consider it dead, and like I'm the crazy person who still believes in something that has already died. So yeah, everyone has that belief right now, I think. Like no one talks about it anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, if as long as there's nothing happening to the fundamentals of crypto or Bitcoin, like for example the encryption algorithm, if that's not cracked or something, then crypto will never be dead for sure. And usually, when we have that interest dying out, then it really only needs a new narrative to create the next crazy bull run. And I potentially see a narrative in artificial intelligence because a lot of crypto projects also work towards more data availability for machine learning. And I don't know if you read that on Twitter or LinkedIn, but the world is crazy about chat GPT right now, and I really believe
Yes.
it's insane what it's capable of. So probably we could have a next program based on artificial intelligence, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully, actually, that's a good idea. I didn't actually think of that, and maybe I mean I don't think I've categorized like AI cryptos. I mean, in the similar ways, like we categorize DeFi or something, or metaverse, let's say. I'm actually going to check if CoinGecko has that category, something with AI or artificial or even machine learning. No, it doesn't, because like they could be good investments. Like I remember the like at the time of the metaverse craze, like after Facebook renamed itself to Meta, basically we had all of the metaverse coins just jumping left and right, even if like they weren't even functional, they just had something to do with the metaverse. And so yeah, that's actually an interesting thing. Thanks to that, like I'll probably do some research on coins that either deal with AI or machine learning, and like maybe take a few long-term positions in them. I mean, they definitely have potential. I mean, I haven't confirmed this, but I think either Google or Amazon made like a really large bid to buy ChatGPT, the company behind it. So not majority, but I think 49%. But yeah, I haven't actually confirmed this.
So I really hope that deal doesn't go through. um, but I know that Elon Musk is behind it, and he never needs money. So I hope he doesn't sell it. How much he's invested in it, but it should remain free. That would be awesome. It's really crazy and useful to use.
Yeah, definitely. Oh well, maybe let's. I mean, if you don't have any questions, we're running close to half an hour, so I think that's it. The session. That's the session for today. If, so thanks for. I think we had like 5 or 6 viewers at the time, the most. So slightly more than last week. But again, I'd love if we had more interaction, both in
Yeah,
viewership numbers and questions.
yeah, that would be awesome. Guys, join the live stream.
Yeah, like well, I think this is it for this week. But I think we'll decide on a topic earlier this week and let you know, or maybe even put the topic to vote on the Telegram channel. So I mean, we discuss something that people are very interested in. Maybe that would like help. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so thanks to those who watched, and we will see you on next week's live stream.
Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.